Fix the Jesus piece, you know. All right, we
Definitely
are
got
live.
LIVE.
All right, episode. What are we in? Episode 8.
Yeah, yeah,
Episode
yeah,
8 of
yeah.
the Zone, guys. We are
F8,
here.
F8.
We're live. Um, dude, this is still mind blowing to me. How good this has been going for us. You know, amazing. Dreams to
Slowly but
reality.
slowly but surely. I just keep thinking about how like if we just keep going, how what it would turn into, you know? I think that'd be pretty cool.
Finna turn to a little bit of $1 million worth of game. You know,
You know,
you gonna be the next one for
tonight
sure.
at it. You know?
Layla, you're about to
Uh
get kicked out. Can't keep coming in and out, dude.
she just looking at you like,
Just, I'll just never
what?
forget how you said her and Lode look the same. That's a
Oh god. I'm gonna just
well.
keep the
Y'all
the
know what it
flow.
is. I'm here with Bleak Speak and Markayla. What are we calling you, Kayla? Kayla? Kayla.
Yeah.
On this fine Monday, we appreciate y'all for tuning in all the time and supporting the stream. We appreciate y'all for tuning in every week. We mainly appreciate y'all switching over platforms like this for us. So,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah.
I know it's not. I know YouTube's more accessible, but once you're on a platform and you switch over, it makes things a little more difficult. So we do appreciate that.
Feel one love, one love. Appreciate you all.
One love. Lee, would you like to take it away?
One love, one love. All right, so quick and easy. All right, so I did a fast last Thursday. It was 36 hours, nothing but water. I did have sex that day though, so that was pretty. I don't know if that counts, but the thought essentially is you don't allow anything into your digestive system for the purpose of it activates it, right? And so the reason why you go on a fast is because your body has a lot of things going on at one time, and if you're eating, it focuses all its energy on your stomach to make sure that it can dispose of the waste. So the reason why you fast is to make sure that that waste, it not only clears everything out, all the mucus, all the buildup, all the sugar, all the toxins, but then your body goes and says, "Hey, like we don't have anything else to do in your stomach. Let me run to the brain. Let me run to your fingertip where you got a little cut. Let me run to the balls so I can da 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 da." So the purpose of fasting again is to make sure that your digestive system not only clears itself out, but it takes time to heal other aspects of your body. And so a lot of us we are addicted to eating. We are addicted to drinking. We are addicted to smoking, whether that's vape, whether that's this, whether that's that. And so it's literally about just trying to manage those habits. And so you can fast from smoking, you can fast from drinking, you can fast from eating. But my intentional fast was Thursday, 36 hours, no food, give my stomach a break. And then how I broke the fast was by juicing. And then from there, my body sucked up all the nutrients from all the fruits and veggies that I mixed in my juice. And then boom, we came to, I don't know, I think it was just cool. So, um, one thing that has been big on my mind too is I've been reading this book called How to Eat to Live by Elijah Muhammad. And he says, one meal a day is all you need. No snacking in between, just focus on that one meal a day. And then he says once you get to one meal a day and your body like adjusts to it because we're so used to 3 meals, whatever, whatever. Once your body adjusts to it, then you can start to do one meal every 2 days. So it's an interesting concept. Of course, a lot of people won't be able to buy into it if they're not disciplined, if they're not willing to explore that layer. But what he says is when you get sick, your body doesn't want you to eat anything because it needs to focus that time on healing your body. So a lot of doctors, if you go to the doctor's office, they'll tell you just don't eat and your body will heal yourself. So essentially what we're doing is we're going to the doctor before we go to the doctor by allowing our bodies to just naturally heal itself by not giving it all the attention on the stomach. And then I got a dude I follow who just tells me all these little things. You add a drop of lemon juice to your water while you're fasting, it's not a fast no more because your body has to digest that, right? And then also, um, fasting, you can't fast and work out. So it's like you need to make sure that you're giving your, or else you're like counterbalancing what it is that you're doing. Like you're not really bringing all the nutrition needed in order to train slash work out. So um, I don't know if y'all have ever tried a fast, but my longest fast was for 4.5 days. And then on the third day, I shit nothing but black stuff. And so it was cool because like since I haven't went that far since then because I haven't had the time frame. I think I was in high school then. But it's like your body like has shit in there that has been sitting in there for years that it hasn't had the chance to catch up because you haven't given your body a break, whether that's from eating, drinking, smoking, all these different things. And so I stopped smoking. I'm 4 days not smoking, 4 days not drinking. And so again, it's like the benefits aren't easily seen right now, but what I'm just trying to do is just trying to adjust. I don't want to be drinking every day. I don't want to be smoking every day. I want to give my body a chance to live a long life. Leah's dad just turned 80 today. Shout out Leah, shout out her dad. Who
Yes,
who else
sir.
do you know that's 80 moving and grooving like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I told my homie about this yesterday. I'm sorry to keep ranting, but told my homie about this yesterday, and he like, "Well, you're gonna die anyway. You have a due date. You're gonna die. You're gonna." I'm like, "Cuz, like, that's not the point. Like, what if you don't? Then you 80 and miserable. Your balls don't work.
Literally.
Can't walk. Can't run. Can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if you did make it that far, then we get into the point where you're 80 and you're moving and grooving. You have no issues. You've been fasting. You've been putting the right stuff in your body. At 23, you wasn't drinking and smoking like everybody was. And I made this song. I didn't send it to nobody, but it's 10K chat where I'm like, basically, like, I'm sorry my niggas picked up the throne. Niggas sipping Casamigos every day. I'm about to text them what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, and
Yeah.
then it's to the point we living just to die, but I ain't trying to see you gone. And that's the thing is like, you know what I'm saying? In that aspect of we are living to die. Nigga, you drink, 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 drink. Like alcohol is poison. Weed is poison. Like
Yeah.
you are living to kill yourself. And I think that's where we get into this thing where we just need to fast a little bit. We need to take a break from the shit. You know what I'm saying? The big Casamigos every day. I'm about to text him what's wrong. My nigga, what's up? Like
No,
you
that
about to drown yourself with that bottle, you know what I'm saying? So
casa every day is actually wild. Like,
man,
how
and
does your body living off of that?
keep it going though. Like anything, any drink, any drug, like
Yeah.
juices or sugars, if it ain't natural, then it's essentially damaging.
But no, it's crazy
Um,
that you brought up Leah's dad because like when I used to work out at Splash Zone, I used to see him every day. I'm like, it's crazy to think this man is touching 80 and still like in the gym with me. You know what I'm saying? Like right now,
you
using the
know what I'm
machine
saying?
next to me, like lifting heavy weights too. I'm like, dude's still working. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, but it's also like you said, it's inspiring. Like I'm trying to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to be 80, still up and moving. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's he don't even look 80. Like that's the crazy part. Like, he looked like 60s. You know what I'm saying? 70s.
Right,
Like
and then if you probably talk to him, he's probably like he's in the 50s or something,
yeah,
But it's that youthfulness, it's intention, like based like programming of yourself to become more youthful, to stay more in your prime. Even because like your body can max out at 50 years old and be doing things that you couldn't do as children. But it's like if you're working towards that, it's not just about to be
no,
you
for
living
sure.
wild. And then also in the song, just to say, like, I'm like, man, when I was growing up, my dad was sipping 40, smoking Black and Miles till the nigga was grown. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, that was 15 years ago. He's still doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's to the point. I look at my niggas and I say, when are y'all gonna stop? When y'all gonna
Yeah.
stop? You know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna be like my pops 25 years later, where we sipping, smoking still, like in
Yeah.
that everything is still building up within the body to the point where 45, 46 niggas having strokes. Like
Yeah.
nigga, no, Leah's dad ain't have a stroke. Nigga, 80 something. And I'm not, whatever. Probably not, but like essentially,
But
like
no,
we want
but
to get to the point where we're healthy.
and that's another thing that was like since we're on topic of her family, like her and her mom are like very like their whole family are very like natural people. You know what I'm saying? Like her mom
Mm-hmm.
is very like they're like I don't know. I used to make fun of her in high school, but like her mom used to like make sure like she was eating the right things, like nutrition wise, like eating the right things for her body. You know what I'm saying? Like different things affect your body differently, and she's so in touch with that too. Like she talks about it all the time. She's like, I learned so much from my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of stuff from
Mm-hmm.
my mom, and and she's like the same way, like very in touch with her body. Like like when she gets sick, she has something for like has ways for it. Like whenever I got poison ivy last summer, like her mom gave me this. Like sent me, like she texted her mom like, "What can Cam do for poison ivy naturally?" And her mom sent me a couple things like to
Good.
try and things like that. She has a whole book of it though, like a whole book of things that tell
Yeah.
you.
Oh, and I just bought one. I want you to buy it too. It's called Back to Eden. Right?
But
I forget who the author is. Full of natural remedies. It was talking about you take certain bark off a tree, you boil it, turn it into a tea, and you're healed of something. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how you
that's
know that? But
nuts.
at the same time, it's there. It's there. The knowledge is there for us. And it's like it's that holistic way of living. It's the natural remedies. You don't need to go to the doctor and pop a pill. You
Yeah,
can go outside and find the right bark or the right berry or the right leaf, and that bitch will exterminate whatever issues you have.
that's kind of what we kind of similar to what we talked about before. Like a lot of things, we have everything, every cure for a lot of things in our hands from Mother
Mm-hmm.
Nature. You know what I'm saying? Like the Earth put these things here for us to heal
100%.
ourselves, and that's how I always tell people. Like whenever like I bring up how like Like, I tell people I have anxiety. I'm like, like that's that. But they're like, people are like, why don't you get on meds? I'm like, why would I do that when like, I can meditate and, what I'm saying, get like the same thing. I can get the same effect that I get. Obviously, probably it might help a little more, but like, I'm not about to go on meds if I can meditate. You know what I'm saying? Get to step outside for a little bit, spend some time outside, use the sun, and I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really, no, do a
so
couple little
natural.
breathing techniques.
Yeah, that's all
Calm
it
down, baby.
is.
Calm down.
Literally,
Calm down. Calm down. I'm already knowing,
My
and I
bad,
think that's that.
Wes.
What he said.
He
That's
said
where we need
I
to.
was looking on Twitch the whole time.
Oh yeah, oh god.
Yeah, we
That's
on
what
here.
Sean did that shit last time.
Yeah, we on
Good,
YouTube now, guys, for this.
good boy. Yeah, but that's it though. You know what I'm saying? And I think we don't pay enough attention to it. I had to do yesterday, like I said, I've been reading this book, and who we talked about this last week with, once you start to raise your what you intake, your environment starts to reflect that. So I had a guy come in and sit in my bar, and he like, y'all got any fruit? I'm like, yeah, I mean, we got a side of kids fruit. He like, I want a big bowl of fruit. I'm like, all right, bet. What you a fruitarian or something? He like, no, I just don't eat until 12. He said, I don't eat any foods. I only eat fruit up until 12 o'clock. I'm like, whoa, like me too, type deal. Like my peaches, my berries is what I eat around 12 o'clock. I juice in the morning, berries and peaches at noon, then my one meal at dinner time. Try not to snack in between, you know? And so then once he said that, he like I'm like, yeah, like I've been reading this book called How to Eat to Live, and he finished it, by Elijah Muhammad. So it's like
Yeah,
we having this conversation and shit, and then it's like, um what it does is it just allows you to not vibrate but just match other frequencies, and then it's like from there, like people can start to bring more information to you, you know what I'm saying? So another guy, I just put up the juicing vid, he like, yo, like I didn't know you was into this, I've been vegan for the x amount of, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and it's literally like the process of cleansing the body, of detoxing the body, and that's where I want to start to get into is like we don't do enough of that. We don't do enough of detoxing, of cleansing, because again, they're telling us to eat 3 meals a day. And imagine, like, they're talking about the difference between the sugars that are in fruits, the sugars that are in vegetables, and then the sugar that comes from a breast milk type deal.
yeah,
And then all other sugars are like fake as hell, you know what I'm saying? And so it's super concentrated. It's stuff that our body isn't meant to consume. And we do all of this, but we don't even detox from it. You know what I'm saying? Same with the alcohol, same with the weed. When's the last time you gave your lungs a break if you've been smoking a lot? When's the last time you've been gave your kidneys a break if you've been drinking a lot? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like we need to step into this realm of cleanse your body so you can cleanse your mind so that your environment becomes that. And then you can start to increase your ways of productivity. Pooh, certain things will eliminate from your mind once you start to establish a better healthy intake. Like your output will become better, your thoughts will become clear, your mind will become clear, like your environment will start to reflect some of those things that you are desiring, um
and
and then the biggest no, for sure.
no, I said that's so crazy that like you're bringing up this book because when I worked at the library, I used to see people check that book out all the time, and I would look like, dang, like what do you mean how to eat to live? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
eat healthy,
yeah,
that's it. Like that's all I thought it was too. But
that's it.
that book gives you so it sounds like that book gives you so much sauce. I'm gonna check it out soon for sure
See, and
because
that's
it's
it. Once you
crazy.
go, and what he did a good job of, what Malcolm X used to always say, was like make it available so a third grader can read it. And the writing is literally third grade level. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a book with all these crazy words. No, it's like 89 pages of simple headings for the chapters, and
Yeah,
then you know what I'm saying, simple words just to make it make sense. Don't eat swine, don't eat nuts, don't eat certain berries, don't eat certain, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then it's like, again, he's trying to tell you what I was just saying about don't eat on Monday. Just don't eat at all on Monday until the next day around that time on Tuesday, and then eat, you know what I'm saying? And then once you start to develop that routine, your body is going to start to cleanse itself. You're not going
yeah.
to need to go to the doctor. You're not gonna feel that pain in your stomach no more. You're gonna literally start to feel better. So um I know I was a fat boy. If Wes is sitting here still, we've been fat boys since we was 12. Eating pizzas, going to Dollar General, going crazy. Like at a certain point in our life, we need a break from that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? From thousands of dollars worth of gummy bears, of fucking lifesavers, of
Them
fucking
Sour Patch Kids, them Doritos,
munchie.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
We used to
Munchies,
fuck
like
them Doritos up.
literally, like what is that, and then when I was on this whole phase, I just remember back like at 18, 19, whenever I did my fast back then, I was kind of aware of it, so I'm at 23 now, getting back into it, and I'm like, I've been doing this in a sense, you know what I'm saying, I've been hip to like trying to stay in tune with your body. Because once you do the fast, like I was about to eat some mushrooms, I smelt them, and my body was like, "Nah, nigga, we not about to eat them." Like, so I took
Yeah.
one bite of it, and I'm like, "No, like I'm not," because it understand it. I'm so in tune with it to a point where like I know what will be good to intake and what is like damaging to the body almost.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's
Um,
a not for I lost 56. See, that's actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's like you look at like famous a lot of famous people who have fasted. Like you look at main one Gandhi. You know what I'm saying? Like that man fasted. I can't remember how long he fasted for, but he he went through like imprisonment, everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And this man survived everything that he went through because he had the right mental strength for the right mental capabilities for it. You know.
You feel me?
And but
And then
that
it's like,
but that's
what?
how it is. Though, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're constantly drinking, smoking, eating bad food. Like the best way I look at it, you told me this a couple years ago. Like as far as like when we were talking about like going vegetarian and stuff like that. You know, like you when you get out of your body what you put into it. Even your
Literally.
doctor has told you that since you were 6. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
eat your veggies so you can be big and strong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally.
and
And
that's what it
you thought he was
is.
just apple a day keeps the doctor away. You know? And
Literally,
you
you
think
know.
they talking shit. You think they just talking shit,
No,
but
for
it's like
sure. But that's like
vital.
when I look back, you know, I look. I mean, obviously, I was smoking back then. But I look back, like when I was eating right, working out every day, um, and just really taking care of my body. Is that it's crazy that like how good I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Obviously, like I said, I was still smoking, but besides that, like I was pretty healthy. You know, like, I was eating right. I was vegetarian, everything like that, and I felt great. And then
yeah.
like I started like eating stuff again that like that's not good for you. You know, like a bunch of junk and like it's insane. Like how it
It
affects
is.
you. You can't think
And,
clearly. You know.
yeah. And so Wes just said he'll go 3 days without eating, and that's the limit that the Elijah Muhammad said in the book was 3 days. You know what I'm saying? He's like, once you get down to the point where you do one day, then you could do two, and then he's like every three. He's like, if you can get it to every three, imagine how much money you save. But I'm curious, Wes, as to what comes into your body after those days of fasting. What is it that you are going to treat yourself with after those days of fasting? Is it something that's going to nourish you? Is it something that's going to bring you back alive, or is it something that's going to continue to put you down that hole? But then again, it's also this sense of, he said it's crazy how weak the common mindset is. It's that I had the same dude who was told me about the bowl of fruit had a guy next to him who was like, man, this dude over here on this Dr. Sebi shit was talking about his friend. And
Yeah.
I'm like, we get to going deeper in the conversation. And he like, yeah, I tried to fast once. I did it one day, but then I slipped up the second day. He was weak. He
Yeah.
had his mindset wasn't strong enough. He couldn't keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? With that way of disciplining yourself, or at least just staying focused on what you're trying to do. If you're about to go 3 days on a juice fast, do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go 36 hours, do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go 3 days, try to do that, because your body is gonna fight you because it's so used to doing 365 days of 3 meals a day.
Friday,
You know what I'm
Saturday is
saying?
normal.
Literally.
No, but I mean that's definitely how it is. Like, cause that's what I mean. Me and
Mm,
Sean and Leah were talking the one day. We were talking about everything that like I eat. Cause Sean doesn't eat breakfast, but I like take some oatmeal in the
mm,
morning. I'll usually eat at least half of it, and then
right.
it was so funny. 'Cause ever since he brought up how you can't put the goldfish down, like that's that thing, like how goldfish had a hold on you. That shit's so hard. Cause usually I don't care about goldfish, but then the other day I was eating something and I was like, dang, Leak is right on what they put in these goldfish, but they're different though.
Man,
But
hey, it is cracking them motherfuckers.
But I swear to
You know,
God, cause I don't even I don't sit here and think about goldfish if I don't have them in front of me, right? But as soon as
mm,
I have them in front of me, I'm like, dang, goldfish are amazing.
man, if they're in the house, if
It's
I know
over.
that they're within my reach, like I didn't
Yeah,
know. I watched the video earlier again today, and I was about to run to the store, like we about to go buy me a little bag so I could
yeah,
have that guilty pleasure, you know. But it's like
yeah.
that's how, and I wouldn't even say good. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not amazing. They're just like,
Addicting though.
it's just something. Yeah, they're addicting. It's
But
something about that little
we were
little
talking
snack
about that.
smiling at
I swear to God, that shit just I don't know something about them, but it just tastes good. Like,
make me happy just looking at the little nigga.
but yeah, me and
Yeah.
Sean were just talking about it, and I was like, I wake up in the morning, like eat some oatmeal, and then I usually
Mhm,
like I might have a bag of goldfish or like a bag of chips or something like that in between,
mhm,
and then when I get home, I won't eat anything else till like dinner time, and it's like I
mhm.
don't know, it's like I'll be a little hungry, but then I'll get home, I'll work out, I'll like drink so much water while I'm working out and stuff like that, like it'll fill me up till dinner time, And then
Mm.
dinner time, like so a couple like last week, I was meal prepping, so like it was made it so easy just to get home after working out and stuff like that,
Mm.
chill, play the game, then eat dinner. Cause I just heat that stuff up in the microwave, you know, like some just some
Okay.
chicken, veggies, everything like that. What
Oh,
said?
and what was no,
Yeah, he about
literally.
to read
Yep,
it.
go ahead.
What
Yep,
said an
it's an
oral
oral fixation.
fixation? Shit, my bad. Go ahead.
literally, literally, it's an oral fixation similar to smoking. But I can't agree. I can't. I agree 100% because it's like it's something about like that feeling of just eating. Right. I didn't know what to do from when I got off work to when the podcast started because I wanted to start an activity and then like miss my time frame.
Yeah,
So I'm just sitting in the house and I'm just like, what am I to do? Like, let me eat some cheese sticks. Oh, I have almonds. Oh, pistachios. It's like
yeah.
it's literally a boredom thing. And
No,
so it's like
definitely.
trying to maintain like some sort of busyness so that you're not focused on that or get away from that in some sense. But again, like I'm bored, so I want to smoke, drink, fucking eat goldfish, eat things, no, like just be feel like I'm busy doing something while activating the stimulation that's in my mind. And I like the chew gum thing too because it's like you are doing that. You know what I'm saying? You chew gum all day, and it's like you're keeping yourself occupied with taste, with flavor, to the point where you don't even have to worry about going to eat because it's like I'm just I'm busy doing this. I would even say chewing mint, but mint gets bad after a while, so
But
I don't eat a whole
that's
lot of mint.
and that's crazy how you said like the boredom thing because like I realized when I took the time off work at the library like in between this like library and this job I'm right now is that I would be so bored I wouldn't eat. I mean I would eat sometimes but then I would also be like I would be playing the game and I would be like shit I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow might as well have a drink you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
cause like I'll be like might as well smoke. I remember
Literally.
like the one night I had one day I woke up. It was like 10 a.m. I was like 11. I finished my workout, everything for the day. I was like, shit, might as well smoke and drink today. Drink today. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I have nothing to do. Like I'm bored. I'm like, what am I
Literally.
gonna do? To play the game all day? You know? So, and
Literally.
that's why
And it,
I think that like you had asked me like what should I do to quit smoking? You know? And like that's literally like
mm,
it sounds bad, but like it's like just you gotta distract yourself. You know? Like keep
yep,
yourself
you do.
busy.
And the only issue is like then when you find that downtime, it's like fuck, like what I'm saying. Now I'm stuck in this mindset of I have absolutely nothing to do. Like the
Yeah.
only thing I can think about is running to go get get what I want. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then it's like you can't be so naive to suppress things and not expect them to bubble up at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like you need outlets for everything that you do. It's that
Definitely.
replacement type thing. It's if you're not doing this no more, but you was doing this for 5 years, you need something to help to take in that time, something that is equal in its value, so to say. So if it's smoking, it needs to be, I'm not gonna say meditation, but in that sense, breathing techniques to give your mind that same,
Release.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying, or some type of serotonin or something like that. So, um, I think it's different, but it's cool. Like when we talk about West said he lost 50, 60 pounds fast. And I was watching a video the other day who said it was dude was 310 pounds, lost 100 pounds from fasting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like if you can lock in on it, I think there's a lot of universal or environmental things that also help with that. Like you tune
Yeah.
more into your environment. And then like if, I'm not gonna say you can hear the insects crawling on the floor or anything, but it's like you can listen more intently, not only to the environment but to yourself. You can listen, you know what I'm saying? You can feel more intently. And so it's like there are a lot of benefits to doing these.
Well, definitely, you know, like it's like we said, like it clears not it clears your mental, it clears those toxins out of your body, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it just kind of resets you, and that's why like a lot of people like will
Yep.
do it at the end of every month sometimes, because like a
Yep.
reset going into the new month, and but I mean, even if you look at like like fighters, you know what I'm saying, like UFC fighters, right?
Mm.
They this one guy posted something the other day, like he posted like his whole training things he has to fight next week, and he had posted like one of his meals was literally like one little pancake like
Mm.
just like probably like this big, and then the rest was just fruit and water.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like he posted like his like a vlog of his day. He had one meal, and that was I think it was like breakfast that morning. Or no,
Mm.
no, it was a dinner. It was a protein. He had a like a protein shake. Like a bunch of like he had a lot of like a pretty big meal, but like it was like not even say big. It was like a piece of chicken, protein, rice, and veggies. And that's literally all
Okay.
he ate all day. The rest of it was just water and stuff like that because he's training all day, you know. But he even said, he was like, as I get closer to the fight, I won't eat at all. I'll just drink water. Like, cause
Yeah.
I need the one he needs to make weight, but also he's like I need that mental clear. You know,
Yeah.
he needs to be able to get into that fight and know that it's gonna go good.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like he can focus. He can focus more on that. He ain't got to worry about what he's gonna eat. He got somebody that's gonna feed him. That's gonna make sure that the calories are on point. That
Yeah,
pancake probably had 307 calories to be exact, not
yeah.
one more, not one less type deal.
You know, after the fight, then he gonna
What's
go
what you talking about?
smash.
Mushroom trip? No, literally, he gonna fucking go to Golden Corral and go crazy
Yeah.
because said he had a bad mushroom trip. Uh oh. Uh oh. Who
Wanna
have
do
you done
that?
shrooms
Yes, I did actually this year for the first time.
this year?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you think of them?
So the first time I ever took them, I actually took a lot, cause like you know how like if you only take a certain amount, you don't actually trip. You just feel like fried.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I ended up taking in a smoothie. I put I think like in, 3 grams I think
Yeah.
in, and I took that. And at first I just felt like a little high. Then after that it kicked in. I was playing GTA. I remember just playing GTA, just driving around. And I was just cheesing.
Cheese.
Like I didn't realize I was cheesing though until I felt my face start to hurt, and I was like, damn, why my face starting to hurt? And I was like, I
I
felt it. I was just
cheese.
smiling like so hard.
Hell no.
But I got to like I don't know like I realized one of those things like I did that, and then Layla had to go out, but it was late, so I took her outside, and the leaves
No.
started to look like crazy, like
Mm.
and like it was almost like I was hearing the leaves blow, and I was like, damn, these motherfuckers talking to me. You
Mm.
know, I'm
Yeah.
like they,
Trees.
bro. See, like you know how the wind sounds in like movies and like shit like that or cartoons, like you, like that whistle. I swear to God, I heard that shit. I was like, hell no, like, this
Oh
is
God.
crazy. I just never.
No.
I was just praying. I was like, Layla, please just poop and let's go inside. Cause I was like, I was
God.
like, it's about to go bad real quick. So I got
Yep. So,
inside. That was cool.
boom. Look, I had a trip one time. First time I ever did them. I had a cop like 7 grams, something like that. Westlake, I text Westlake, bro, how many should I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever. He like, bro, you should just do 5 grams. Like, he like, if you want to fill them, you should might as well fill them. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I get some
Wes, you're
peanut
such a
butter.
bad friend.
Hey, I get some peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, fuck it, we gonna get high. So I put them all in, not knowing whatever, whatever. And then triples crazy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, I'm high. Me and Lil Dave go out under the stars. We talking for like 2.5 hours in some parking lot, just laying down in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, man, we need to go see Scooter, man. I need to see my nigga. Pull up on Scooter and then shit get weird, man. Shit just got weird. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I thought niggas was trying to kill me. I thought every corner shoe was about to go wrong. You feel me? And then I'm like, all right, I need to go home. So I'm like, look, nigga, we going home. But the first thing I did when I got home was hop on the game. You feel me? And then
Yeah,
from there, like, because I think me and Weston just ended up playing all night. Because then it kind of just took away everything. Like, I wasn't thinking about nothing but like Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? But these
yeah,
controls, but trying to kill the nigga that's in the circle type deal. So it's like, as long as you can stay distracted and not get too deep in your mind, because it becomes a rabbit hole essentially.
well, yeah,
Where you just spiral.
and
And as high
that's
as you
just
go, is as
yeah.
low as you go.
And that's just like as bad as like that's just worse than like weed when you're tripping off weed like in your head because that shit like really fucks with your head. But that's what I used to do every time I would be like tripping off of weed. I would just hop up and like yo we gotta get up in the game. Like the one
Yep.
time like I had smoked before we played the game and I was like we gotta start this match like before I get tweaking. I
Yeah.
felt it coming. I was like yeah no we gotta start the match. And once I played the match I was fine. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying like
And
I stopped tweaking and shit like that. So
that's usually how it is for real.
yeah.
For real, for real. Yeah, no, ass is different. I don't want to do that no more, man.
I won't even try. I haven't heard too many stories. You know.
Real.
I'm good.
I like the shrooms though because it kind of um like if you go out in nature long enough, it just takes away the high. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
it just makes you feel a lot closer to your environment. Like what I said with this, he said it was insane. I could feel the germs looking at me. Like I could only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like in that sense where it's like you really feel like you are that in tune to the point where nigga your own cells is saying nigga feed. There all the trillion
Motherfuckers
cells in your body trying to say what's up to you at the same time. Nigga, like, what's going on?
talking to you like it's magic school us.
Oh God,
Like,
literally.
but
That shit's crazy.
so that actually like leads me to like my next question for you guys is that so as we talked about like the bad parts of like now we didn't talk about the bad parts of drugs but we talked about how drugs can affect your body and how it can be negative. Do
Mm.
you guys think that like smoking weed, drinking, or even like doing shrooms stuff like that, y'all think y'all think that that can only be a bad habit? Like, do y'all think there's any benefits to it?
So my thing is like everybody preaches moderation.
Yeah.
But then imagine you go out to the bar and you do have the fortitude to say, you know what, I'm just gonna have one drink tonight,
Hmm.
right? What that leads to essentially is saying, all right, I'm gonna just have a snack when I get home. All right, tomorrow I'm just gonna smoke a little piece of the blunt. All right, now I'm about to go to Golden Crown and eat the whole buffet. So it's like it kind of leads into this like cycle of pleasure, which kind of takes away from your ability to control your own will, and then it's like the habit starts to take control of you. And so if you smoke here and there, like I'm sure it can't be too bad for you because again, we're talking about the body can heal itself, it can detox. So if
Hmm.
I go a whole week without drinking and then I take 2 3 shots, I'm sure if I go another week without drinking, my body has cleansed it out of my system. We know that it can do that, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like same with smoking, same with whatever. But you get something like you take the wrong Molly, you know what I'm saying? You drink too
Yeah.
much, you smoke too much, you do this, like now we're starting to fry certain systems within our body. You know what I'm saying? We're frying our kidneys, we're frying our lungs, we're frying our brain cells, we're frying motherfuckers who still be twitching because they did Molly one time and their face
Yeah.
just can't stop. They just be talking and the shit just be, you know what I'm saying, twitching and shit. So it's like yes, in moderation, but at the same time, just limit it. Try to stand on found principles to the point where it doesn't start to roll over, you know. And then it's also know yourself. Like if you know that you can handle it, I trust little Dave. That nigga said I want to smoke a blunt tomorrow. I know that nigga not gonna smoke again for the next three
Literally,
years,
bruh.
you know. So it's
And
like,
you could be that nigga ear like me, like how me and you used to be that one summer, like, bro, just hit the
yeah,
blunt, like just hit the blunt,
bruh, you know
and
what I'm
they
saying?
gonna be like, nah, I'm cool, and he would stand on
You
that, you know what
feel
I'm
me?
saying? Like
You
he'd
know?
be like, y'all can smoke, and then he would hit it randomly, and that was it. He'd be like, no, I'm cool, like you said, next day, done. Like
Ooh, done.
I talk about that all the time, like he'll he anything like he does like that, like he has such good moderation, you know, and that's I liked how you bring up how like the moderation is important because that's one of the things that like my therapist and I talked about was just because like just like with my family history, she always like wants me to be careful like drinking,
Mm,
partying, anything like that, and she's always like
yeah,
she's like limit yourself, like obviously like I'm not saying she's like like go out on the weekend, enjoy yourself, have a drink,
right.
she's like but if you have trouble saying no like to drinking like a lot, you don't know your limits, like she's like eliminate shots, you know what I'm saying? She's like
Yep.
have a mixed drink, have two mixed
That's
drinks,
it.
that's okay,
Yep.
and it's all about like I want to say cutting off too fast sometimes can be like not want to say problematic, but it's just it can be too much sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So like she
Yep.
said, like
And,
start by like not getting a shot. Start by getting something small. Something a smaller drink. Get something that's not as
yeah.
strong. Things like that. What do you think,
No,
Mar?
100%.
Yeah, moderation. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I feel like even putting yourself in that environment, I don't know, is like toxic. Because then you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna want to drink. But I don't know. It's about your mindset.
Mm,
Yeah.
Definitely, I think that's like I mean, I was obviously like you put an ex addict around their drug of choice,
true.
their thing of choice. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like it's only like what was the saying my mom used to always say, like if you hang around in the barbershop long enough you're gonna get a haircut,
Type
like
deal.
yeah, so
Type
like, you know
deal.
what I'm saying, so like you put an alcoholic in a bar, even if they're just chilling there with their friends like being a DD or whatever, eventually they're gonna go back to that bar and get a drink, you know
Eventually, and then it's power of like association as well
yeah,
as like habitual ways. And so yesterday I had a very serene day, but I had to go into work, and my job is around nothing but
yeah,
drunk people, complaining as coworkers. So it's like, how do you fortify enough to go in there and prepare for that? You know what I'm saying? And so what
definitely,
what I what I end up finding is like you gravitate towards what is most needed for you, right? So I only had conversations that were beneficial
yeah,
that day. Like yesterday I only had good conversations, but it was limited. I didn't talk to everybody, I didn't speak to everybody, not everybody got that exchange and energy. Because again, like, I just want to bring that up where it's like talking to somebody is exchanging energy. Like
yeah,
when you sit here and we're having a whole conversation, like, people complaining, in my opinion, is terrible because it's like you don't know what you're putting upon me. And that's why for me, I don't never like to just complain. I'm never dumping my problems on anyone but my mother. somebody who I know actually gives a fuck and who can
Yeah.
help me solve the situation, you know? Other than that, if it's an issue, nigga, shut up. Shut up and you know what I'm saying? Either let it marinate or find a different way to build it. Cause I
Yeah.
got to the point now where like with working with people who do nothing but complain, I done learned so much how to just tell niggas to shut up, stop talking to me, like don't bring that energy around me, bitch. Don't kill my vibe type shit. Like to the point where like I understand it now. I understand when niggas are just coming at you with their problems, their issues, how it just weighs you down and suppresses these things. And like we were saying earlier, if you're not careful and the suppression you keep suppressing, it's gonna bubble over to the point where it explodes one day, and that's what you don't want because then it's gonna be some actions or behaviors that you can't even and that's the same with drinking and smoking. So I was talking about how last Sunday I went out and drunk and my body was literally like, no, like I had drank too much. My body was like, no,
Yeah.
we're not digesting this. We're not get this out your system. So I'm standing in the bathroom in the line, just waiting for that motherfucker to open. Like, I'm like, if this bitch don't open in 2 minutes, I'm throwing up all over the floor. You know what I'm saying? We was at the club. So I'm like, black folks ain't about to play me like this. So I damn near just waited. As soon as that bitch opened, go in there, boom, 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 and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? My body was like, now go home and sleep and rest this shit off and clean it all
Yeah.
out, cleanse it all out. And that's part of that thing that like knowing yourself, knowing your body. Like if you do drink a whole pint of Casamigos and your body is okay with that, there's an issue there. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
nuts.
There's an issue there. You drink a whole fifth to yourself and your body is okay with that, like there's an issue there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like getting to the point where you can start to know your body. You know what I'm
No, definitely, and
saying? It's tight.
that's why I think like I don't know. That's why I be asking like them. I be asking like all them niggas. I'm like, how do y'all drink fist? Like I made one day I made the jokes to Lamar. I was like, I bet you I could drink a fist by myself. I'm dead ass for Kayla. I'm like 4 sips in. I'm like, how does he do this, bruh?
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
talking. I'm already drunk. Like I'm already lit. I'm
And
like,
then
there's no way
it's
I could
like
finish this bottle in one night, bro.
that's why there's like I know y'all seen how it's like the alcohol percentage, the blood content type deal to where it's like if you drink 2 ounces every hour, then like that will be okay, right? Your body will be able to digest, your bloodstream, activate all of this. But once you start to do like 10 ounces is 1 hour, 6 ounces the next, it's like that's 16 ounces. Like we need time. Like my body gonna
Yeah,
tell me, like, nigga, we need time before we can digest all of this. Unless you start to give me some bread, give me something that could help
yeah,
kind of mitigate and like destroy some of this process or take away from it. And so it's like that's part of the reason too why like when I made the song and why I wanted to talk about it was like we are getting into that. Like imagine if you drank a fifth every week for the next 20 years. Nigga
that's
gonna turn into a
outrageous.
bottle of Patron, a bottle of Casa nigga shaped like the Casamigos bottle, god damn it. So it's like figure, you gotta start to figure some stuff out type deal. Or at least just bring in attention to it, right? That's all I ask for any situation is just to bring attention to it, whatever it
Literally,
is. And then from there you can start to work on it. Little things, small details. Maybe not the whole fifth. Maybe I'm drinking half this day, half the next. I still got a bottle of Jack that I had from 2 weeks ago just sitting on my counter because like, and Wes is good with that too. That nigga got hella bottles in his crib. Like at a certain point, if you're not disciplined enough, you just gonna be at home, bro. Sipping at home is depressing. If you're
no,
sipping
definitely,
alone, that shit is so depressing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell type deal.
literally.
Um, so I think that's very important.
No, and that's it's one of those things that this past weekend, like I said, my therapist wanted me to work on like like tracking my drinking, being aware of it and things like that. And I was like, I didn't realize it until today. And when we talked about it, and I realized that I think I had the truly. I barely even drank the second one because that shit was gross. But I had to take like a shot of Casa, or like a little more than a shot. I put it in a slushy, but that was like like it was one of the first nights in a minute I hadn't like left super drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
got home, I'm like I did hit a mild, but I don't know. I'm in a phase right now. I'm in a low
Yeah.
phase, but
But it's cool. Like and that's part of the thing. Like is sometimes we have to allow ourselves to enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Um, Wes, no, the fuck it's not, bro.
no,
That's just depressing, my nigga. Unless we're like in this aspect, like if Wes, we all hop on a game, we drink, and that's different because it's damn near like we with each other. But
yeah,
if you at home watching a movie, like nigga, that's call for a blunt, not a shot. You know what I'm saying? I know, damn nigga made 6 mixed drinks at home. Now he fucked up, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
This
Nah,
nigga
nigga, you
said West.
tripping.
No, so weak as
Just
hell.
enjoying yourself. Yeah, yeah. You gonna have to see me, cause I don't know about that one. Let me find out niggas in their crib. But like I
Look,
said, if you have activities in which being drunk kind of makes it more fun. Like when you go to a bar, you can drink a lot because it's loud music, it's a lot of
yeah,
people, so it's like it takes away from your drunkenness. As soon as you get out that environment,
you
nigga,
be
you fucked
lit.
up.
I
You know
swear
what I'm saying?
to
You
God.
fucked up. So it's like that's the whole process of like it's better enjoyed when you're with, you know what I'm saying, people
Me and
type
Mar was
shit.
just talking about that. I think the other day we were talking about how like the Fevy, we be in there chilling, chilling, not drunk. Marquella said we walk out, she be lit, just out of nowhere,
Man,
like
well, you be in there chilling like shit. Do I need a couple more? Like,
man,
you know what I'm saying?
blunt
They
and
say
some
you only live
whiskey.
once. I mean, I feel that. That's a nice little combo. Little shot with a blunt. Now you like crossfaded, and that's like low key right in between that diagram. You got the two circles going on. Um,
So
but yeah, no.
do y'all think that I don't know how to word this question. So do y'all think that like okay, for example, so you know how like the NBA and other like I think the NBA might be the only league that like legalized the use of weed for their
Yeah.
players. Do y'all think that every like sports league should legalize that? So in a way, basically, like I said, how you guys said you feel about weed. So like, do you think weed can be like debilitating to athletes in their lifestyle?
My personal experience, I know that it doesn't have that much effect on uh superstars,
Yeah,
but at the same time, you know, I think the reason why they try to keep it from like NBA, NFL, MLB is for the sake of influence, right? It's like it was frowned upon, so people didn't want it to become like the norm. Like we don't want LeBron smoking a blunt and then all the little kids now they rolling up backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that's literally
yeah,
how it kind of would play out. So I think it's more just it's like alcohol in that sense where ain't nobody frowned upon in the league for in the club buying bottles. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Getting drunk and shit. So same with weed, I guess.
Well, so that's kind of makes me wonder. Like, is this like a, I guess a double standard in a way? You know what I'm saying? Because in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, like, obviously they're just as bad, but in my opinion, I think alcohol is way worse than weed. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they're both really
Mm-hmm.
bad, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, would you rather have your kid doing this? Because obviously you don't want your kid to do either. You know, but like,
Right.
um, it's just, but that also I feel like that's a weak. I want to say that's a weak-minded excuse, but like that's a, because I mean obviously kids' mindsets are not fully grown like ours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as a teenager, you know, you're like, I got teenagers. We knew we weren't supposed to be smoking weed. You
Right.
know,
Yeah. True.
and you know what I'm
True.
saying? Like obviously like, we didn't really care because we were young, but like I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying though, because like you said, like LeBron's a very influential person. Steph Curry's a very
Back. Look.
influential person. Like,
NBA young boy be like, "Fuck you, bitch ass nigga! I got a chopper in my pants." I seen little niggas walking past your crib like, "Fuck you, little nigga! I got a chopper in my pants." Imagine if LeBron had a fucking backwood. These little niggas about to go roll up a leaf and just
no, that's true. That's true.
fuck you, nigga! I got a chopper in my pants. You know what I'm saying? So
You
it's
know, and
like
the young boy
certain ways,
reference is
certain things.
a good one to use because you know like that my I think I forgot who I was talking to about that, but like the hold
Hmm.
that this man has on the youth is nuts. Like he has these
Hey,
kids wanting to be nothing but
hey,
gangbangers, drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? These just living this
you know,
lifestyle they don't have to live in. Like you see kids. I'm gonna call a lot of kids out from Oberlin real quick. You see a lot of kids from Oberlin, bruh, like preaching this lifestyle, like they want to be in that lifestyle so bad when they're from a nice,
yeah,
like a decent suburb. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Like
yep, and
whereas
that's
like
where.
I meet kids that
Oh, go ahead.
I work with, you know what I'm saying, that actually come from like Cleveland, like the actual trenches. Like
Right.
I met someone like they worked at the place I think or whatever. He's actually from like the hood of Atlanta. Like he came to live in the hood of Cleveland. He's been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, why would you
Mhm.
want to act like you're from here just because of some artist?
But this what I noticed a long time ago about Oberlin, is a lot of us want to feel like we belong, and we we talked about this before, and that's why Marshawn is who he is, and why he doesn't have to act or portray or doesn't have to mold to fit into any type of group. He has somewhere where he belongs, and even though he
Yeah,
felt like the outcast growing up because he was a baby or whatever, like he still belongs to us. You know what I'm saying? With
yeah,
us, like he's a part of us, and so I think a lot of people are just looking to identify with something like that, and that's the easiest thing for them to identify with. And so when we get someone like Scooter, or Chew, or I'm saying anybody who motherfuckers we look up to who they don't really portray that, but they just They are that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not in the gang banging type way, but the trap and getting money type way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like when you see it like in that aspect, then it's like we are the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because if there's somebody who's looking up to Jason, they're not about to traverse down that path. They want to go a
Yeah.
different way. You know what I'm saying? If they're looking up to whoever, they're going to try to traverse a different path. You know what I'm saying? Trailblaze a different path. But it's like if we're not giving them outlets or showing them that you can be something more, if 10K don't start, if Scooter don't create the clothing brand and they can't see more for themselves, and they're not
Yeah.
going to want to be more. And that's one of them
Definitely.
things, type deal. So,
Well, that's why I think
um,
like they see all these rappers, like Young Boy, Dirk, uh, all of them. You know what I'm saying?
baby,
But
all
the
of
thing
them.
that gets me though is that like they I mean they didn't grow up with seeing rappers like we did, like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Where Drake wasn't in the media, selling drugs, gang banging, talking about all this stuff.
Mhm.
Like, not gonna lie, like Drake was a corny ass nigga, bruh. Like, nigga was on
Oh
Degrassi
God,
for niggas on Degrassi as in a fucking like teen pop sitcom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you
he
feel
was a
me?
cornball. But this is
He
one of the richest
was.
mans on earth, like one of the richest men on earth right now.
But
And
and that's what we see. We you find people where that's a trend, where we have J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar,
yeah,
motherfucking Joyner Lucas, motherfuckers who are true to themselves and it works. You know what I'm saying? It works in that sense. And I'm not saying Chief Keef, Dirk, all the
yeah,
motherfuckers ain't true to themselves because they are, you know what I'm saying, essentially. But it's like there are people who are trying to identify with certain things that aren't their lifestyle,
yeah,
perhaps. You know what I'm saying? Or per se type deal. So it's like, how do we transition into showing the people the reality? I was talking with this dude yesterday about how we're just talking about this masculine feminine thing, right? We're just talking about like homosexuality and stuff like that. And I'm really listening because I'm like I need to understand it because I didn't understand, right? And he's like, I put up this video about TD Bishop and we talked about this last week, but then he ended up saying, he was like, TD Bishop was talking about how women are becoming more masculine and men are becoming more feminine, but he ain't never been in my shoes. He
yeah,
never had to grow up not feeling like he didn't belong to his family. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
dude was like, I had a brother who wasn't gay, and his life was easy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to go through the things I had to go through. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I'm like, wow, like literally, it's like that whole transition into not only like where do we belong and identity, but it's like as America, we're having an identity crisis. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
In so many different ways. People want to be this, want to be that, want to fake butts, big lips, big titties, big dick. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It's like all of these different things are just changing the way we not only perceive ourselves, but it's like comparison is the death of you know what I'm saying, of your individuality in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's strong. It's different.
But
It's a different age of that we live in, so to say,
it
of
is, it is,
influence.
it is, and like I think that cause like I was trying to think back. I was like, I think me and Sean were talking about this. Like someone tweeted like, "Damn, Chief Keef soft. He don't be in the hood no more." And me and Sean were thinking like, as a man who got out the hood, right? Who's been famous since he was 17, lived in that lifestyle for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like had to like fight for his life for 10 years. He's a multi-millionaire right now, getting paid to play video games in LA in the hills. Why would you ever
Done.
want to go back?
Done. It's
You know,
done. I grew up in Chicago. I'm on the beach now. Nigga, leave me alone.
literally, and
I
that's what
made
I
it.
was saying. Like these young kids think that like that's the lifestyle to live. Like I'm saying, like, but like in the it scares me because like these kids are watching these rappers get killed in these streets, and they think that's the lifestyle they want to live. You know what I'm saying? Like they watched Doug get killed, and they're everyone that's got killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they've watched all these like what's his name? I can't think of that dude's name.
Vaughn or no?
Vaughn, yeah, Vaughn. Like they watched him
Yeah.
get killed. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy because these kids want to live that lifestyle, but there's no reason to.
Pete, in this where we talk about we live in a death culture. We love the things that kill us most. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Sadly, we love the things that kill us most, and it's like as hard as we want to fight that, it is the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's again when I'm gonna send y'all the song because I want y'all to like fully experience what it is that I'm talking about. And then at the end of the song, where I'm like, after I'm like, my niggas sipping Patron, Casamigos every day, I'm about to text him what's wrong. At the end of the song, I imitated as if I was one of the niggas who gonna listen to the song. And I'm like, nigga, you think I'm gonna put down this bottle? You stupid. You think I'm gonna put down this drink, nigga? You dumb. I'm pouring 2/5 tonight, nigga. It's
Yeah.
Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Just to
Wednesday.
kind of, you feel me? Because I'm trying to like portray what it exactly it is. Like
Yeah.
we're living in a culture that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying death by 23, whatever, whatever, but it's
No,
like
but
that is what we're excited by death. We're excited by things that are gonna kill us, or by challenge our freedom, by challenge our way of living. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do we change that? That's what this whole thing. What I'm saying with Crabs in the bucket don't fit in the barrel. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Where like my whole purpose, what I feel is I just want to push this wave of fasting, of eating healthy, of juicing, of figuring out the right things to put into your body, of just sustaining a healthy distance from your alcohol, from your weed, from your poisons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where we could just start to fall more in love with ourselves. Like you nigga, you say you love yourself, but you drinking a bottle every day. Nigga, you trying to
Yeah.
kill yourself. Do you really
Literally.
love yourself? Nigga, you smoke 4 blunts today. Nigga, do you really love yourself? Or are you running from something? You know what I'm saying? Is
Facts.
there something that you trying to get away from with that bottle, with that blunt? And then we look at it and we say, yes, there are certain things that people are running from. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that people aren't trying to face right now. So they try to just drain the bottle down. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
from there, like it leads us down this death culture. You know what I'm saying? So
And
um
that's so crazy you brought that up because
yeah.
my therapist and I were talking today because we had a good session today. And she told me, and I laughed when she told me that she was like, because we were talking about just like my drinking problems and other things. And she's like after this session, she's like at some point today or tomorrow, I want you to go and sit in front of a mirror and look at yourself
Mm,
for 5 minutes and
mm,
and she was like figure out what you're running from. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And she was like, she's like, you have to take a break, come back, leave and come back, go outside, do something, come back. She's like, but look into that mirror until you figure out what you're running from. And
Man,
it,
who's a
but
therapist?
I mean, I'm
Try to
talking about.
call
Listen,
me.
bro. She left me with this, right? She's like, all right. She's like, let's
Yeah.
schedule the next appointment. I'm like, man, what? Come over
Man,
here, think.
what?
I'm like, what am I running from? You know what I'm saying?
No.
She's like, you know, it might be stuff deep down. She's like, but when you look in that mirror long enough, you're gonna figure out what you're running from, and
No.
that's gonna figure out the drinking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like the unhealthy relationship I have, like with basically the mommy issues I have, like with women. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna figure all that out. You know, because I'm gonna look in here, I'm
Literally.
gonna evaluate and be like, dang, like, oh, okay, this is what I'm running from.
And this is cool too, because I got one of the mirrors where you grab the door and you
Yeah,
like open it up and then you can like see it from multiple perspectives. So what I do is like sometimes I'll get high as fuck and I'll just sit there and like look at myself from all different angles.
yeah,
You know, to the point where like I want to see what y'all see. I want to see myself from another person's point of view,
yeah,
and that's what we kind of get when we look into the mirror. And it's not that we're gonna change ourselves just by looking in the mirror, but it's like you can kind of shape how you want to be perceived based on what you see within yourself.
yeah,
And once you have a firm understanding of who you are, then it's like you make jokes about yourself because like I know me, nigga. I know I got a freckle, a little pimple, or something. So I know like you can't. I'm gonna beat you to the punch type deal.
yeah.
But that is beautiful because it's that. You know, a lot of us have a hard time just standing in front of the mirror and like facing ourselves.
Coming to
You know what I'm
terms with
saying?
what's
Like,
wrong.
and then what else? I forget what else. Who I was listening to. But we were talking about healing the inner child. It was somebody who said
Mm-hmm.
his mom used to get beat on when he was young. So now his whole life he lives in a sense of he wasn't able to protect her then. So now his whole life is like
Protecting her.
geared in that sense. It's
Yeah,
it's like if I couldn't protect her then, I bet I could protect her now. Nigga boxer, nigga big lift, big strong ass nigga.
yeah,
So it's like we can see a direct correlation between these childhood traumas, things that we haven't addressed as grown individuals because we are just aged babies. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We're not old, we're just aged babies. And to the point where like there are things that weren't healed then. It's shit that you haven't sat with, you know what I'm saying? And if it does arise, you push it back down because
yep.
you're not ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I don't know. Tell her to call me because I need some more of that.
No,
Because it's
it's
that though. It's little things like that, you know.
yeah.
And then for her to leave you off in that suspense note,
I
like
know. I was like, dang.
look in the mirror and
She hit
call
me
me.
with the. Oh, we're doing 3 weeks from now. Like, girl, what you mean? Like tomorrow?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
God,
oh
just
God, like
hang the call up and
shit.
call right back.
You
You
know what
know,
I'm saying?
like,
It's fucking insurance. Tell my insurance company just
oh
pay for the whole
me.
week. I'll be here every day. I'll be here every day.
But
Type
yeah,
deal.
and I think that's like you said, like it's a constant. We're healing the inner child. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, and
Mm-hmm.
all of us, I think, you know, have those demons that pop up. You
Yeah.
know, from the past. And it's definitely a scary thing, you know, because like you said, that example you use with that kid, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, he's making sure he can protect his mom now, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing we talked about today was she was talking about how like
Mm.
my mom was in and out of my life, so I never had that not validation, or she was just like I'm attempting to fill the void in my life, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not gonna depend on her to be my life anymore, so I'm just gonna put someone else in that spot, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things that and that's when she was like, that's why I want you to sit in front of this mirror and figure out what you're running from. So once you figure that out, you'll figure everything else out.
Mm-hmm. And
It's
then it's
crazy.
also releasing it, right? It's
Yeah.
like Don't hold it and just let it sit within your mind. Take and let it out.
Yeah.
Whether that's on paper, whether that's on your
Yeah, she
fucking
asked me
notes,
to
whether that's just
journal. That's
speaking,
you just
you
reminded
know,
me. Thank you.
whatever. Yeah, and whatever. And so like one thing I've been doing a lot lately is like right before I go to bed, get on my knees, and I'll be like this. I'll be like, whatever, however I'm sitting, I'll be like friends, family, cells in my body, universal entities that are here. Just listen. I'm about to just talk for a while. And I just let everything out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I feel as if I am in, with everyone kind of just sharing this shit. Hey, and
Yeah.
even if I'm just talking to the cells in my body, one big thing that I want to focus on is abundance. I just want to I want to be able to walk into the store, and if I need a whole bunch of cleaning products, I ain't got to look at my bank account and be like, fuck, I can't even get laundry detergent because
Yeah.
I need fucking paper towels right now. So it's like that's what I want to focus on. But again, releasing it, releasing. I don't gotta go to work and yell in everybody else's ear like damn, like no. I go home. I got my crowd of people that are
Yeah.
fake and imaginary in my mind that I
Yeah.
just kind of vent to. You know what I'm saying? And I let it out and I talk nice to myself. I allow myself to give that space, to clear my mind, to empty it all out, put it into the atmosphere so that, what I'm saying, it's out of here and then more things can fill up. Rather than
Yeah.
suppressing, I'm letting go so other things can fill in, type deal. Um, but yeah, I think that's tough. What Wes said about I never read Will Smith's book, but he said his dad used to beat his mom, and I can only imagine because I got an instance where my parents were arguing one time, and I remember I was in the basement, and it's like as soon as he talked about he couldn't defend his mom, it brought me to this instance where I'm this little kid in my basement, in the closet of my basement, and my parents are arguing right above me about some shit that I did, right? And so it's like I could just feel the inner child being so scared of whatever was going on while listening to them screaming at high, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever. So it's like, what do I do? How and that's where we need therapists. That's where we need people to kind of help us navigate how to heal that child. It's not just
Yeah.
address it and it's gone. It's like not I don't know how, but I would say comfort him in that time. Comfort. What would you have said to him to help him in that moment? Go back in a fourth dimension type of way and just speak to him, speak to them like, yo, it's okay. You're a child. You don't need to whoop your dad ass because he's beating his mom. You just have to, what I'm saying? You have to do what you can do now and then work at, what I'm saying, as you grow, just work to become not what he, however
Yeah.
it works, because I don't even
Literally.
know. But I just think it's we need more therapists. We need more
No.
people to give more advice and shit like that, and not always for paper, not always
Yeah.
for my insurance. Well, I need a friend who studies this shit so I can, you know what I'm saying, like who so I can really tune into it type deal. So
And I did like a paper on this like last year in English class, but it's crazy because there was it was showing me like this chart, it popped up, it was showing the poverty rate and the poverty rate
mm,
between like a connection between like poverty and like suicide or like depression or mental health issues, and it
mm,
was showing me how many therapists were available like at an affordable price, and the ratio was like 2 to like I think per like 100 something people. You know what I'm saying? That's horrible.
yeah,
That means each person has 50, each doctor has like over 50 patients. You know what I'm saying? That they're expected to see in a week's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like that's insane.
it,
And then these therapists don't make much money. Like I was telling Marshawn thought like $2,000 a month for bills was a lot of money. I was like, nah, if you have kids, not you. Even
what?
if you don't have kids, if you're single, like
It's not shit, right? And we
that's
like
barely gonna cover rent.
before we talk about like that, I want to say about the therapist, like same way how I have trouble like hearing people's complaints. I can only imagine, man, being a therapist and how you leave all that shit at work? How
That's
you
why I think about my
leave?
therapist all the time.
How do you leave all of this baggage that people are throwing at you? You know what I'm saying, at work and without it affecting your mental space. You know what I'm saying, like that. That's something tough right there, and more, I commend them a lot for that, But back to that $2,000 thing, like there's no way, 12 months, you, a teacher get paid 2,500, 24,000 a year, and they gotta pay motherfucking 1,500 in bills, nigga. That's
That's
fucking $800,
outrageous.
$900 left over type shit.
But that's what I be thinking about my therapist. I'm like, cause like the one day I told her some shit about my mom and her jaw just dropped, and I'm like, how do you just leave this
Mm,
at work? I know that's not the worst thing you ever heard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
know,
I'm like, how do you just like go home to your family and just act like nothing happened at work today?
oh God,
Like,
man, and what
it
Wes
like
said,
it makes
you
you
go ahead,
wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like, You ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where he was like, "How does the mail system work? Do you have a mailman? Like, does the mailman deliver to you? Like, type shit. Like, does she go to a therapist? Does her
Yeah.
therapist go to a therapist? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it makes
Right.
you wonder like how they deal with this. Like, it's crazy.
Mm. Um. No, and it must be that, right? And they're lovers. They're who if it's a girl, if it's a man, they probably got to go home to, their spouses or whatever, and vent to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't believe what they told me. The deepest, darkest secrets come out in therapy.
Yeah.
God damn it. Deepest dark. How? How do you hold on to people's deepest motherfucker rapists come in there and you can't tell nobody? You just
Yeah.
gotta deal, you know what I'm saying, type deal. But what was said about this why ego death is so strong, it really makes you look at yourself different. I can't agree more. And I think that we kind of reached this phase, and I was watching a lot of Kevin Gates where he said his ego created his artistry, his personality, which made him Kevin Gates. And then he got to a point where he no longer needed it, so he had an ego death, and now he's not as much him as he is for his people. And I'm not saying that precisely, but it's in Mr. Reese class. We get from ego, you go from your ego. You're all about you. You're all about you because at a certain point, it's identity. Who are you going to be for the next 50 years if you live that long after age 23, 24, 25? But after that point, after you find yourself, so to say, and you let it go, then it's like, now who am I opposed with my people? Because that's what's next most important is who am I to Markela? Who am I to Wesley? Who am I to Pooh? Who am I to Sean? And then how can I help to improve their life? And then once we get past that, once we understand who I am in relation to my others, who am I in the system of the entire world? And it's not like you're going to take it that far and always look that deep, but when you truly understand that it is all connected, you have to be yourself first so that you can be yourself and help others. And then once you are able to help others, it slowly starts to transform the world. And so we all need ego deaths at certain points within our life, but it's just hard because like sometimes you have to hold on to that. But then it's like once you kill it and then you're able to look at yourself different, now you can look in the mirror and start to really shape, you know what I'm saying, who you want to be, who you want other people to see you as. And then from there, you're starting to program your mind to start to act that way. If
Yeah.
I had this dude come in yesterday, nigga had 12 people following him. He owns True Ultra Lounge, which is where we went to that when I was standing in the bathroom about to throw up. He owned that bitch. He walked in, threw ones in the air, and that's when I started to think about abundance more. But he walks into my bar last night. I'm like, the man, the myth, the legend. Got 12 people behind him. He buy drinks for everybody. Pull out a fat ass knot. And you know what I'm saying? And I say this to say that it's like he's now taking care of all these people.
Yeah.
It's certain people who are at a certain level of success because they have people that depend on them. You know what I'm saying? And if they aren't attacking their goals and doing what they got to do, then these people would not be able to function and live how they need to live. You know what I'm saying? So it is a big part of what I'm saying, like trying to become a part of the community and make sure that you are a healthy aspect, which is ego death. You know what I'm saying? Type deal. And I would even just say like ego death to me is like releasing what you think you are, just allowing yourself to be. I think
No,
simplest terms.
I like that definition. That's a good definition actually.
And taking it how you need to. Yeah, shit crazy though.
Guys,
Damn. Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry to bow out early. I love y'all. This is great. I wish I
Love you
could have.
too.
Alright, gang.
Alright, y'all.
Adios.
You wanna read some
Boom.
things from the book and then
We pop out. All right, hold on,
yeah.
hold on. I want Wes to ask. I want Wes to lead our conversation. Wes, join the Discord.
Me, Wes, hop up in here, bro.
We'll go 21 minutes till 7:30, and
Oh my god,
we'll
thank you.
go
That
crazy.
sounds so good, you know. I like my sleep on the
Yeah.
weekdays.
Yeah. Oh, literally. I got I think I don't know.
I know this is
I
really
need to.
random, but me and Sean, I rode with him earlier, tried to get these shoes for him. And we were
Yeah.
driving, we see her North Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? We just seen this guy
Mhm.
sprinting, and I was just like, damn, I just know that's a crackhead. Yeah, you could just
Man,
tell.
man,
Just
and
tell.
that's it too. I seen a motherfucker who's on the side of the road today with a sign, and I'm like, why do they all look the same? Like,
Bro,
why
they're
do they all
NPCs.
resemble each other,
They're
bro?
NPCs. They're GTA NPCs, bro.
Like, why?
Oh, wait,
And
Wes, let me
then I
invite you
seen
to the
another dude.
server.
If you want, brother, come on.
Yeah,
As
I'll
long as
invite you.
yeah. Um. Oh, I seen a dude earlier today. His whole face was tatted,
That's
shirt
nuts.
off, whole tatted. I'm like, whoa, this dude do not kill. Um, shit just different.
Oop, wrong one.
Beautiful.
Me and Sean were even talking about the one that he said he seen this homeless. He seen this dude on the side of the highway, talking about he was homeless, but he had some threes on that look clean. Like,
God,
dude,
nigga stole them all.
man, I told Sean I was like, he in there trying to get some more money for that raffle.
God,
Yeah, did you, bro?
who? Sean was?
Nah, I told him that crackhead was like that. Not the crackhead, the dude with the thing. I was like trying to get some more money for them raffles.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I think I gotta turn you up a little bit. Yeah, I do. I had to turn it down.
All right, bet it. What's good, y'all?
Hey.
Ganging them.
What you want though, leak?
I don't know, brother. I just want you've been very active in the comments today, man. I just
Hell
want you to,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
What
The stream is lit, bro.
Thank
God,
you.
you are always appreciated, my friend.
Always.
Yeah. Nah, it's just
Mm.
very invoking conversation, you know.
Oh wow.
Your voice sounds very soothing. Oh my goodness.
It
Does it?
does.
Let
I
me put
just
both phones on. Yeah.
no, I just got done smoking and like I'm
Okay.
just chilling. I just got off of work and shit, you know. So I'm just kind of
Okay.
like in the chill zone.
I ain't heard
For
Wes's
sure.
voice in so long. We ain't played together in so
Yeah.
long.
I can dig it.
I
I can
know it's
dig it.
been
What's
a minute.
going on? Yeah.
Yes.
Type
You've
shit.
been
Type
working.
shit.
I've been working.
I know.
For
Leak been
sure.
dodging.
You've been
All right. Hold
dodging
on. Hold on. Hold
us.
on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What's up with Florida though?
Florida.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I was talking to Bray and he was talking about like getting a house and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, you know, I low key would be down to partake in that. Like,
Oh
so that's
God.
so now we're kind of just looking for some shit scouting. I think he's about to go out there and visit Pete. He lives out there.
P does?
Pete, yeah. Pete, you know Pete?
I don't think so. You're P. You're sweet meat P. I thought
Yeah.
I was thinking about sweet meat P.
Wait,
Nah,
so
nah, nah, nah.
is Sweet Meat Pete thinking about taking it to Florida?
Yeah,
Taking his talents to
100%.
South Beach?
I
Oh
would,
God.
cause, bro, it's so much fucking cheaper. Like,
No, it
Right.
is.
and
It's a
like,
lot
if I could
cheaper.
actually get a crib, like that'd be way better than like
No
overpaying
apartment.
for some fucking apartment. Like, even though my
Definitely.
apartment's not bad
Right.
and it's got like amazing location, like
Amazing.
it's
But
just
Absolutely
everything's
amazing.
in
it's just
Florida
like
too.
the shit you pay for an apartment out here, you get a house where you guys live.
In
Like, I
fucking
swear to
Bro,
Cleveland.
God,
Get you a nice. You
literally.
can get you a
like,
nice
bro,
six bedroom in the
you get you
hood.
a mansion in Cleveland, like.
Literally though. Literally.
For the price you there's a 2 bedroom down the street for like 450, like $4,050.
Man, what?
Like,
That's nuts.
That's
yeah.
ridiculous,
In
bro.
Cleveland, you can
Like
get
who
that little
lives?
2 bedroom for 180, 150, baby.
I'm saying like,
Yeah.
but that's where out here it's half of that, right? So with me and Lil Dave, we're looking for 4 bedrooms that are like 2,000 to 2,500. But if we take 2,000, 2,500, go home, nigga, we living good.
You
Oh,
We,
getting a
y'all got a
house.
house,
you know what I'm
yeah.
You
saying?
getting a
Literally,
three
North
you getting a
Fishkill,
three
like
bedroom, like big garage
Pool,
in a decent
big
neighborhood.
ass. I'm saying big
yard.
ass yard, right? Front and
You
back,
getting a couple
nigga. We got.
acres with
Man,
that.
I'm saying,
man, get some farm animals, bro, cuz I know
Man.
bro,
you down for that.
for real. And
Bro,
that's it though. I've been
you
saying that
a
as soon as
couple
I'm ready to settle down, I'm coming home, and we doing all of that.
Sir.
yeah.
Mm.
Problem is it's just the weather, bro.
Right, right, and that's it.
And
We don't have to be snowbirds.
well, just think about in terms of like self sustainability,
Mm.
Yeah, you can only garden
like
half the
half
year.
the year. Yeah, like you have half the year where you have to survive off of like everything you did like prior that
The
year.
whole and it's like in order to stock up on all that, you're gonna have to be working a whole lot, like your whole
Yeah,
spring, summer,
and
and like
yeah,
farming for real.
that's kind of like yeah, that's literally like the whole European lifestyle.
Hmm.
That's why they called like That's why they called Africans lazy, bruh, because they didn't have to work. They just chilled. They had an abundance of everything. They had
Right.
every fruit, every animal, every plant, everything, and they're just
Damn.
there all year around, living good as fuck. You know, like
Just off the land. Don't even gotta work for
yeah.
real.
Cause
God.
think about what's more fruitful. You know, like
Mm.
Africa or like some place
Mm.
where like half the year it's freezing fucking cold and you can't do anything.
That's wild. Cause
Yeah.
like where we are, like where you are, you do you think you could grow all year long?
Yeah. Hell
Exactly,
yeah.
precisely.
100%.
A- Arizona would be a little bit different just because it's just blazing hot summertime.
But
Nigga
it
like
all
New
depends on
York,
what you're
man.
growing, though, right?
Right,
Because
right.
like some
Some
things
things thrive, right?
will strive in that environment.
Exactly. But it can't
Yes,
shit grow
sir.
in the freezing cold.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
Man,
some things randomly.
I think so. I'm sure
Collard
maybe
greens can.
Mm.
I know that's my grandma.
Potatoes
how
can.
cold, like
Well,
freezing cold.
no, I mean, but I think like the
Shit,
like
Ohio cold.
yeah, so like the plants will stay good like almost up until the winter time, I think, or like a little bit into the
Mm.
winter. Obviously, the snow like makes this too much on them, but
Uh,
she's literally
hey,
picked fresh collard greens towards the end of the fall.
Wes, you peep Mar on a vid wave?
Yeah,
Have you
that shit
watched
was,
any of them?
of
Lit, right?
course.
Oh
Yeah,
God. I told him I
bro. I
wanted to
just
shoot
want to.
shoot mine on the birthday.
Yeah, bro. I just like. I feel like as soon as he upgrades his equipment, bro, he's gonna go nuts. Like,
Yep.
Yes,
Yep. And then it's literally nigga could get high and sit behind a computer, you know what I'm saying? And just
literally,
literally,
edit
bro.
hours, bro.
he
Edit
got
for
the
hours.
Literally,
perfect
bro.
job for himself.
Literally.
Bro, I'm just saying, and like he's, bro, he's really smart. Like he
Yeah.
fucking, like he just knows how to do shit.
You know?
Like I don't know if you just give him like I feel like back in the day, like he would just like fuck around garage band or something. I'd be like, wait, you really like you did that? He'd be like,
Mm.
bro, I'll be making beats in school,
Yeah.
like way back in the day, like
Oh
way
God.
back in the day. And I
That's
was just
funny.
like kind of like mind blown. I'm like, holy shit, like this nigga's just fucking like he's just doing it. Like I didn't even like I just couldn't like comprehend like I don't know.
But
Literally.
Like
And
that's
that
literally all he
yeah.
needs to do is find his like his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's got it with these videos. The videos look great,
You know?
and that's why it makes me so
Literally.
happy to see him doing this. Like if he got something that actually like he like feels good about doing, he's confident doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he has the perfect friend group for, you know, he got a bunch of musician friends that
Yep.
would not turn down to have a video shot. You know what I'm saying? Like they're getting better together. It's literally like what 10K is about. You know what I'm saying? Like
Look, nigga, I text him about the vid. He like, you know, I gotta have payment a week and a half before the video. I'm like,
yeah,
come on, man, get out of here with that shit. But it's like, you know, I respect the
yeah,
hustle, so I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it. You
bro,
feel me?
bro. That's
everyone
good
growing
though.
together though.
My
For
boy's
real.
legit.
I'm Rose
Yeah, and then like you said,
legit.
and so all I can hope is that he's wise about how he's utilizing it, so he's not using the same camera for the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If he can start to take that money, be like, all right, let me put up this bread right here.
for this
Next
mic, you know what
next
I'm
three
saying? This
four
camera.
months, man. Now you got a
Yeah,
new lens. Now you
I'm about to
got
get
new program and
crazy. Yeah.
software.
Yeah,
You feel me? And then from there, it can just slowly start to increase type deal. Start to work with better artists. Start to meet people. Start, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he a
Yeah,
funny
no,
ass
it's just
nigga. Oh,
business, yeah.
yeah, for
Like
real.
cuz you got to think in America like everything is business. Like
literally.
it's capitalism. Like literally everything is like business and like the way like I don't know our culture is it's like based off of businesses and like how shit works and like just think about like being polite to people. Like why is it good to be polite to people if like it doesn't fucking matter if you're 100% like 100% self-sustainable like you don't need nothing or nobody like why is it that you'd be polite to your neighbor. Yeah,
Ah, okay. So you saying the rich motherfucker don't even gotta say what's up to me because nigga, you don't need me. Like you don't need the
yeah,
connection. You don't need the networking. Uh,
yeah, exactly. Like and I'm not saying like that's like a super valid point but it just goes to
right.
show you like how
The
like
business
business
culture.
can be, yeah,
No, and
because it's
somebody
all
had made
about
a point.
like meat and shit, you know, who you
Somebody had made
know.
a point. Like business is kind of like war. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, and like
It
politics
is.
time. You know, like all's fair when business is. You know what I'm saying? And when it's about
Yeah.
right type deal. So just interesting.
Nah, 100%, bro. 100 fucking percent, bro. Business, like, it's honestly like, it honestly like in America, like that shit controls it like 100%.
Oh,
Like all the politics, everything. Like the money controls everything, and like who has the money is the businesses. You know, that's like the most richest people are like people who own like crazy businesses. Like
really?
I don't know.
And we were talking about how like pharmaceutical companies make trillions of dollars. Nigga, it's a penny to get you whacked if you selling something outside of what we got on. You
Literally.
know what I'm saying? A trip, nigga, I put up a mill on your head is done for because you trying to be Dr. Sebi, nigga, you're done. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
trying show an
Yeah.
alternate way of this money that's over, and that's like you can't even compete with that. That's what run the
That's
world.
that's why they hate weed. That's why they hate e-cigarettes. That's why they hate any alternative form of medicine, and they call it pseudoscience. Is
Mm,
because it's like it obviously fucking works. Like anything like they hate, it obviously works. Like
literally, it was one dude who said he had came up with something called, I think it was like a amino, some type of. He basically had a term for healing, right? It was like natural healing, but like somebody had already coined the term, so he had to literally change his name because it was a pharmaceutical company that owned it that said natural healing, and they're like, you're not doing natural healing because you're using herbs and shit, and they're like, we
yeah,
do natural healing because we do medicine and pharmaceuticals. Like, no, like nigga, the plant's been here before all of us. What you mean that?
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you
yeah,
mean this is
it
natural type
belongs to all of us.
shit?
Literally.
Like
That's crazy to
like I
think
don't
about.
know.
Shit
Like
different.
it's crazy to think people like own the airspace and the water and like all this little shit that's just like no one should fucking own the water like on
Oh,
like
bro.
it's literally just here like and I get like people have to like obviously process it and shit, but it's just
Right.
like crazy to think like if there's something to put your name on it, like someone's gonna fucking put their name on it, bro. Like think about the moon landing and shit. Like
Literally.
But that's why people
Like,
like air traffic control. Like, how the fuck you gonna tell me this? Like this y'all air. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like this y'all part of the sky.
yeah.
And some of it has its valid,
Yeah.
nigga, if motherfucker come from Japan and start flying in my motherfucking Ohio, nigga, you better get
No,
on
like there's
that.
obviously reasons to shit, but it
Yeah.
just like it just goes to show you it's just like any reason there is, it's unnatural. And
Yeah.
like probably 90 or 80% of the time someone's profiting off of that, like weird, you know.
I know, like
And the
when
other
they come
percentage
to
is like native land and like war territory and shit like that. Like off.
and that's where they're saying how like motherfuckers will come from another continent or whatever, like when they all got established in the United States and shit. And they're like they came over and witnessed like the Mexicans and they're like they believe in Jesus Christ, so they be the perfect people to conquer type deal. So it was like so strange how as soon as you come over, you bring some ideology and now this shit is yours because motherfuckers don't believe in what you believe in. If motherfuckers aren't ahead of time in what you think is civilized and they don't believe in God, now this is your land because you believe in God and you quote unquote civilized. Like it's so like you said, it's if there's something to be had, to be gained, to be stamped as mine, anything, anywhere in the world, motherfuckers will do it. Whether that's a body of people, whether that's an actual physical location, whether that's a body of water, like we try to do that as humans in that conquering type shit, which is sad, but it's reality. It's one of the things where hopefully we could come together. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, and I don't know if that's everybody we know or everybody who embodies what we believe in, but come together and start to take a portion of that. When do we come together and say, motherfucker, well shit, we want Ohio, nigga. And we gonna take it from y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
want we want a we want a
That's
portion of
what that's
Canada, nigga.
literally what America bro, and that's exactly what America is, bro. And that's like that's the whole thing, bro. It's like we like it's a government of people. Like we are the government. Like the president is just like the person who actually has to fulfill the role, Like he's just like a figure
No,
for like people, like he represents America. Like I don't know.
no, I
So
agree. And
like,
I seen the video earlier. It was like Joe Biden's wife got out the car. Somebody was like, "Fuck your husband. He's a terrible president. He's the reason why the gas price. You owe me gas money." Like, and she's just like, thank you," and walked into the building. And I'm like, this shit
she's
crazy.
so rich, she doesn't fucking
Man,
give a fuck, bro.
she's
Why
like
would she
nigga.
care?
She probably like nigga. I know my husband suck, but bitch, I'm rich. Like the
Oh,
fuck.
God. We're like, she should have been like, nigga, I ain't stressing
I'm
no
rich and he
gas
does whatever I
price.
say.
Hey, listen, all me, like I'm like, listen, I'm rich. I don't give a fuck about your gas prices. I don't even fill this car up. Like,
Oh, shit. Hey, when is Lamar's birthday? The 12th?
I believe so.
I'm like
And I
14th?
say it like that. No, no,
16th.
no. It's the 12th. No, no, no. It's the 12th. But my
mine's is the
grandma's is the
16th.
day after, so I always get theirs mixed up. That's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's the 12th. Like 98% sure.
He just said, yo, shit, the 27th. Nigga, I'm the 21st.
Extremely disrespectful.
Are you guys doing a birthday bash?
Yeah. So I'm going home on the
Yeah.
on the 9th, and then the next day. So I originally scheduled to go home on the 10th because we're gonna drive to Florida that day. But I'm like, I ain't about to hop out the flight and just drive to Florida. What the fuck?
That's
So
yeah, that sounds bad.
we about to come in on the 9th, and then I'm gonna leave on the 10th, and then come back home on like the 19th or the 20th because we're gonna stop on our way back from Florida to see Jordan and his baby because nobody has seen the baby yet because of the COVID and stuff. So then we're gonna see the baby, and then we're gonna come back home on like the 20th, and then next day, 21st, and then party all day. 22nd, we chilling. 23rd, I'm back out here type shit. So
Yes, sir.
Yeesh.
A
God, I'm
busy
getting like
man.
man, and then I gotta get back and try to figure out this whole crib situation, and it's gonna be a lot for real.
No days off.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna
Trips
be
like that really change you, bro. But
uh,
hold on, bro. I gotta grab this rice off the pot.
But
go ahead. We getting off here soon anyway, brother man. That nigga got some instant on the motherfucker on the stove top.
a good rice.
God. All right, Pooski.
Well, guys,
Appreciate
this has
you.
been amazing. We appreciate Wes for joining us today.
No
He
doubt.
had he had to go take care of his rice, but he probably will be back. But we do appreciate you for joining us
Nah,
today,
I'm
Wes.
literally
Oh,
back,
hey,
bro.
Wes. We appreciate you
Nah,
for
my
joining us
bad, bro. I
tonight,
just
bro.
can't let my shit burn. It's gotta be perfect.
Nah, I feel that, bro. We definitely got to get you on another episode for a longer one because it's always good conversations with you. So I appreciate you for joining
Yeah, bro,
us.
for sure.
Leak, episode 8. Like I said, this is gonna keep going, guys. So keep tuning in. Keep checking out the videos after. They always are on YouTube right after. So keep checking that out. We appreciate all the support so far. Um, as always, check our socials. So it's called the Zone. The underscore zone. It's like a th3 underscore just zone, right? Yeah. And follow,
Three.
give us a follow on Instagram. The link will be in the description. Also, should be attached to this too. So I'll attach that. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a